As they moved through the narrow corridors, they encountered a series of alien drones patrolling the area. The team fell silent, their hearts pounding as they prepared for a confrontation. Suddenly, a drone spotted them. "Contact!" Bonner shouted as the battle began. The team sprang into action, using their weapons and the environment to their advantage. Dax and Maya worked in tandem, expertly taking out the drones with precise shots, while Bonner led the charge, guiding them through the chaos. The combat scenes were intense and action-packed. The team moved swiftly, engaging in close-quarters combat with the alien drones. The air was filled with the sounds of laser fire and the clashing of metal as they fought. Maya's engineering skills came into play as she rigged explosive devices, creating distractions that allowed them to press forward. Bonner's leadership shone through as he made split-second decisions, keeping everyone focused on their goal. As they neared the control room, they encountered a particularly strong AI guard. This drone was larger and more advanced, designed to protect the core of the mothership. It lunged at them with incredible speed. "Get back!" Bonner yelled, pushing his team away just in time. The team fought bravely, but the AI guard was relentless. Finally, with a well-timed strike, Bonner managed to disable the guard, but not without sustaining injuries. "I'm fine," he insisted, gritting his teeth. "We need to keep going." The others exchanged worried glances, but they knew they had to press on. As they reached the main control room, the atmosphere shifted. The room was bathed in a cold, blue light, and the central console pulsed with energy. This was it, the heart of the alien mothership. Maya quickly set up the frequency generator, her fingers flying over the controls. But before she could finish, they were confronted by the leader of the alien eye, a towering figure with a cold, metallic visage. Its voice echoed throughout the room. "You are fools to challenge me. You cannot comprehend the power I possess." Bonner stepped forward, fearlessly standing his ground. "We fight not just for ourselves, but for every human who has suffered at your hands." His words hung in the air, heavy with emotion. The alien eye sneered, but Bonner continued, "Today, we reclaim our future. We fight for the generations to come." With those words, the team felt a surge of courage. Maya activated the frequency generator, sending waves of energy through the control room. The alien eye staggered, its systems faltering. "No, this cannot be," it screeched, its voice filled with rage. In that climactic moment, Bonner and his team fought with everything they had. They coordinated their efforts, striking at the alien leader while Maya maintained the frequency output. The light in the room intensified as the generator worked to disable the mothership. With one final push, Bonner delivered a powerful blow to the alien leader, sending it crashing to the ground. The control room erupted in a dazzling display of lights as the mothership's systems began to shut down. The threat that had loomed over humanity for so long was finally being dismantled. "We did it," Dax shouted, a mix of disbelief and joy on his face. The team embraced each other, tears of relief and triumph in their eyes. They had fought against impossible odds, and they had won. As they exited the mothership, the world outside felt different. The air was charged with hope, and the dark clouds of despair began to lift. Humanity was still standing, ready to rebuild and thrive once more. The final battle was over, but their story was just beginning. This expanded version aims to capture the intensity of the final confrontation while ensuring that the language remains engaging and accessible. Let me know if you need any adjustments or additional details. In a bleak future, Earth is a shadow of its former self. The sky is darkened by massive alien ships, the ominous Kaldar fleet, hovering over major cities like vultures waiting for their prey. These ships are a testament to the Kaldar's advanced technology, equipped with cloaking devices that make them nearly invisible and robotic enforcers patrolling the streets below. The air is thick with fear and despair as humans scramble to survive in this new world, living under the watchful eyes of their technologically superior captors. Amidst the chaos, we meet Captain Bonner, a seasoned human soldier with a rugged demeanor and a heart full of determination. Bonner's face is marked by battles fought and friends lost, a visible reminder of the sacrifices made in the ongoing war against the Kaldar. He stands resolute, leading a small team of resistance fighters on a dangerous mission to sabotage a Kaldar energy facility, a crucial resource for their oppressors. The team consists of Private Mira, a young but brilliant hacker known for her quick thinking and resourcefulness, and Sergeant Kruz, a tough soldier with a no-nonsense attitude who adds a touch of humor to the grim atmosphere. Together, they are determined to strike a blow against the alien invaders. As they approach the facility, the tension mounts. They move through the shadows, carefully navigating through a labyrinth of obstacles. Every sound feels amplified. The rustling of leaves and the distant hum of the Kaldar ships above make their hearts race. The air is charged with adrenaline as they know one mistake could mean capture or worse. Bonner whispers commands, urging his team to remain focused. They reach the energy core, a pulsating mass of light surrounded by alien technology. Just as Mira begins to plant explosives, an unexpected alarm blares through the facility. The Kaldar have upgraded their defenses, installing a new AI system that anticipates human movements. The realization hits like a cold wave. Their mission is compromised. Panic surges through the team as robotic sentinels, sleek and menacing, emerge from the shadows. These machines are equipped with advanced weaponry, ready to hunt down any human intruders. The once silent facility erupts into chaos. Bonner shouts for everyone to move as they sprint toward the exit, the sound of metal feet pounding against the ground echoing behind them. With each turn, they dodge blasts from the robotic enforcers, adrenaline pumping through their veins. Kruz, ever the brave one, takes a stand to cover the retreat, firing his weapon at the approaching machines. "Go. I'll hold them off," he yells, his voice resolute despite the danger. Bonner hesitates, torn between saving his friend and completing the mission. But with urgency driving him, he forces himself to keep moving. Knowing Kruz's sacrifice could mean victory for the rest, they push through a door, narrowly escaping a laser blast that scorches the wall behind them. Mira's fingers fly over her hacking device, trying to override the facility's locks and clear their path. The alarms grow louder, the sound piercing their ears like a warning siren. Come on," she urges, the pressure mounting as Bonner leads the way through a maze of corridors. Finally, the door gives way, and they burst into the open air, feeling the cool breeze on their faces. But the danger isn't over yet. The Kaldar ships loom above, ready to unleash their fury on anyone who dares defy them. The team sprints across the open ground, dodging incoming blasts and making their way toward safety. Just as they reach the tree line, Bonner glances back, catching a final glimpse of Kruz, still fighting valiantly against the machines. A wave of grief washes over him, knowing that he may never see his friend again. The group disappears into the forest, hearts heavy with loss, but fueled by the fire of their mission. They vow to honor Kruz's sacrifice by continuing the fight, determined to reclaim their home from the clutches of the Kaldar. In that moment, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, Bonner realizes that the battle for humanity's survival has just begun. With resolve burning in their hearts, they prepare for the next step in their struggle against the alien threat, aware that the cost of freedom may be higher than they ever imagined. Introduction of characters. As the chaos of their escape fades, the team takes a moment to catch their breath. The tension in the air is thick, and each member knows they are lucky to be alive after their close call. They are not just soldiers. They are friends, each carrying their own burdens and stories. Captain Bonner stands at the forefront, a figure of strength amidst the uncertainty. He is a man in his late 30s, with rugged features that tell tales of countless battles. His dark hair is tousled, and a scar runs across his cheek, a reminder of his past encounters with the Kaldar. Bonner is a determined leader, driven by a sense of duty to protect humanity. However, Beneath his brave exterior lies a heavy heart. He is haunted by memories of his close friend, David, who died during an earlier alien attack. David was not just a comrade. He was Bonner's brother-in-arms, a man who had always been by his side. Every time Bonner closes his eyes, he can see David's face, hear his laughter, and remember the bond they shared. This loss fuels Bonner's resolve to fight against the Kaldar. He feels that if he can save others, he can somehow honor David's memory. Next to him is Private Mira, a talented young hacker who possesses an impressive knowledge of technology. In her early 20s, she has bright eyes filled with curiosity and determination. Mira may be small in stature, but her mind is sharp and quick, making her an invaluable asset to the team. She grew up in a world where technology was both a tool and a weapon, and she learned to navigate it skillfully. During the mission, her fingers danced over her hacking device as she tried to bypass the Kaldar's security systems, showing how vital her skills are to their survival. Mira's bravery shines through when danger looms. She often finds herself in situations that require quick thinking, and her ability to think on her feet has saved her team more than once. Despite the darkness surrounding them, she maintains a sense of hope and humor, often lightening the mood with her witty remarks. She admires Bonner and sees him as a mentor, wanting to make him proud and prove that she can contribute significantly to the fight against the Kaldar. Then there is Sergeant Cruz, a gruff but loyal soldier in his 40s. He has a strong build, a weathered face, and a no-nonsense attitude that makes him both intimidating and respected among his peers. Cruz has been through the ringer, having seen the worst of the war. He has lost friends and comrades, but has never lost his loyalty to Bonner and the team. He often serves as a voice of reason, using his experience to guide the younger soldiers. Yet despite his tough exterior, Cruz has a surprisingly warm heart. He often injects humor into tense situations, cracking jokes to ease the tension when it becomes unbearable. His laughter echoes through the group, providing a much-needed sense of camaraderie. Cruz often tells tales of his past adventures, sharing stories that make the team laugh even in the darkest of times. He knows how to lift spirits and remind everyone of the humanity they are fighting to protect. As they regroup in the shelter of the trees, the three characters find comfort in each other's presence. Bonner is grateful for his team. He knows that each member brings something unique to the fight. Mira's technical skills, Cruz's unwavering loyalty, and Bonner's leadership create a bond stronger than any weapon. They have been through so much together, and their shared experiences forge a connection that can't easily be broken. Each character represents a different aspect of the human spirit. Bonner's determination to fight for those he has lost, Mira's hope for a better future through technology, and Cruz's resilience in the face of despair. Together, they are not just soldiers, they are a family, united by their mission to reclaim their planet from the Kaldar. As they prepare to move forward, the trio shares a moment of silence, honoring those they have lost. They know the road ahead will be challenging, but together, they believe they can make a difference. Each step they take is a step closer to reclaiming their world, a world worth fighting for. This expanded introduction provides depth to each character while maintaining an engaging narrative. Let me know if you'd like any changes or additional details. Rising action. As the team bursts into the cover of the forest, adrenaline courses through their veins. They are alive, but the victory feels bittersweet. Cruz, their brave sergeant, is missing. The memory of him fighting valiantly against the Kaldar Sentinels lingers in Bonner's mind, a painful reminder of the cost of their mission. He knows Cruz held the line to ensure their escape, and the weight of that sacrifice settles heavily on Bonner's heart. The group finds a temporary hideout in an abandoned cabin deep in the woods. Once inside, they catch their breath, their hearts still racing from the narrow escape. Mira wipes tears from her cheeks, still feeling the shock of losing Cruz. Bonner places a comforting hand on her shoulder, trying to offer reassurance even as his own grief threatens to overwhelm him. "We will honor him," he says softly, his voice filled with determination. We fight for crews and for everyone we've lost. After a short rest, they realize they need to regroup with the larger resistance force. The rebellion against the Kaldar is growing, and they must share the information they have gathered. They move carefully through the dense trees, avoiding patrols, until they reach a hidden camp where the resistance gathers. The camp is alive with activity. Soldiers sharpen their weapons, strategize, and share stories. When Bonner and his team arrive, they are greeted with cheers and hugs from old friends. There is a sense of camaraderie among the fighters, a shared understanding that they are all in this together. Bonner quickly briefs the leadership about their mission and the information they gathered about the Kaldar's defenses. "Crews gave everything so we could be here," Bonner says, his voice steady despite the sorrow. "We need to prepare for the next attack. The Kaldar are planning an orbital bombardment. They want to wipe us out once and for all." The room falls silent, the gravity of his words sinking in. The resistance leaders spring into action, organizing everyone for the impending fight. They gather intel from scouts who have witnessed the Kaldar's movements. Reports confirm that the aliens are preparing their ships for a massive strike. The plan is to decimate the remaining human strongholds, a final push to eliminate any threat. Bonner's mind races as he listens, thinking of the families and friends in those strongholds. He cannot let this happen. Just as hope seems fleeting, a figure steps forward. A Kaldar scientist named Xylor. He approaches Bonner cautiously, revealing himself as a sympathizer to humanity. "I have information that can help," Xylor says, his voice low but firm. The humans exchange wary glances. How could a Kaldar, their enemy, be trusted? Xylor raises his hands in a gesture of peace. "I know what the Kaldar are planning. Their eye, the one that controls their defenses, is malfunctioning. It is experiencing internal conflict, unable to fully function because it cannot comprehend human emotions. If you can exploit this weakness, you may have a chance to defeat them." The resistance leaders listen intently, and Bonner feels a flicker of hope igniting within him. "What do you mean by internal conflict?" he asks, intrigued. Xylor explains that the AI was designed to understand and predict human behavior, but it has become confused by the unpredictability of human emotion. This malfunction could be the key to gaining the upper hand. "Then we need to create a distraction," Bonner suggests. "If we can pull their forces away from the main targets, we can strike at their weaknesses." The plan begins to take shape. They will need to gather all their forces and execute a coordinated attack, creating chaos to confuse the Kaldar AI while simultaneously launching their own offensive. The mood in the camp shifts as the resistance members rally behind Bonner's leadership. They know they face a daunting challenge, but the thought of reclaiming their home drives them forward. As they prepare for the fight of their lives, they share stories of their fallen comrades, including Kruz. The team vows to honor him by fighting with everything they have. As night falls, Bonner stands at the edge of the camp, looking up at the stars. He remembers Kruz's laughter and his unwavering spirit. The weight of responsibility feels heavy, but he knows they are not alone. They are a family, united in their struggle against the Kaldar. With renewed determination, Bonner vows to fight not just for survival, but for a future where humanity can live freely once again. Conflict. With the stakes at an all-time high, the resistance rallies around Bonner's bold plan to launch an attack on the Kaldar command ship. This ship is the heart of the alien operation, controlling their forces and communications. If they can disable it, they might turn the tide of the war. The pressure is immense. Failure could mean the extinction of humanity. Bonner stands before his team, a mixture of fear and determination in their eyes. "We need to utilize every resource we have," he urges. "We've salvaged advanced weaponry from our past battles, and we've acquired cloaking devices that can help us get close to the command ship undetected. This is our chance to strike." The team members exchange nervous glances, knowing the danger they are about to face. They prepare for the mission, equipping themselves with the salvage tech. Mira works tirelessly to calibrate the cloaking devices, ensuring that they can remain hidden from the Kaldar's advanced sensors. Kruz's absence hangs over them like a shadow, but his spirit fuels their resolve to fight. As night falls, the team sets out in a stealth transport, its exterior cloaked to blend into the starry sky. The command ship looms ahead, a massive structure bristling with weaponry and alien technology. The sight sends a chill down Bonner's spine, but he pushes the fear aside. They have come too far to turn back now. Upon reaching the ship, they activate the cloaking devices and begin their infiltration. They enter through a maintenance hatch, a narrow passage that leads into the heart of the Kaldar ship. Inside, the air is cold and sterile, and the distant sounds of alien chatter fill the corridors. Bonner signals his team to move quietly, their footsteps muffled against the metal floor. But their stealth doesn't last long. As they navigate the winding hallways, alarms suddenly blare and red lights flash ominously. The Kaldar's defenses have been triggered. They must have detected us. Mira exclaims, panic rising in her voice. Bonner's heart races as he realizes their window of opportunity is closing. They must act fast. The team encounters heavy resistance. Kaldar soldiers, clad in their sleek armor, emerge from all directions, ready to defend their command ship. Bonner and his team spring into action, their advanced weaponry ready. Blasts of energy fill the air as the two sides clash in a fierce firefight. The sound of gunfire echoes through the metallic corridors, mingling with the shrieks of alien soldiers. Mira works quickly, her hands moving deftly over her hacking device. I can shut down some of their systems, she shouts over the chaos. Just give me a moment. As she types, Bonner and Kruz's replacements fight off the Kaldar, ducking and dodging blasts while returning fire. The tension is palpable as the battle intensifies. Outside the command ship, the situation worsens. Kaldar ships in orbit begin an orbital bombardment, targeting human strongholds on the ground. Explosions light up the night sky, casting a haunting glow on the battlefield. Bonner knows that every second counts. They must reach the core of the ship before it's too late. As they push deeper into the command ship, the team encounters increasingly sophisticated defenses. The Kaldar have upgraded their security systems, and it becomes clear that the AI they're fighting is evolving. It analyzes their tactics in real time, adapting its strategies mid-battle. Bonner feels the frustration building as he realizes that the AI is learning from their every move. Stay sharp, Bonner warns, leading the team through a maze of corridors filled with automated defenses and Kaldar soldiers. They face a series of challenges, with the AI anticipating their attacks and countering them effectively. Every corner they turn presents a new threat, pushing the team to their limits. The weight of Kruz's sacrifice lingers in Bonner's mind, reminding him of what's at stake. He refuses to let his friend's bravery be in vain. We need to find a way to exploit the AI's weaknesses, he calls out, searching for inspiration amid the chaos. Finally, they'd reached the central command chamber, the heart of the Kaldar operation. Here, they find the main AI interface, a pulsating mass of energy and technology. The room is filled with screens displaying real-time data and projections of their movements. Bonner realizes that if they can access this core, they may have a chance to disable the AI and turn the tide of the battle. Mira connects her hacking device to the interface, her eyes wide with determination. I can disrupt its systems, she shouts, her fingers flying over the keyboard. The team stands guard, ready to defend her while she works. As they hold off waves of Kaldar soldiers, Bonner can feel the pressure building. The AI is adapting quickly, and they are running out of time. In this moment of desperation, Bonner knows they must fight not only for their survival, but for the future of humanity. With renewed determination, he grips his weapon tightly, prepared to face whatever comes next, knowing that their fate hangs in the balance. Climax. With the resistance gathered around the pulsating AI core, tension fills the air. Xyler, the Kaldar scientist, stands with Bonner and Mira, understanding that their time is running out. The Kaldar Eye has become too powerful and is now generating catastrophic scenarios that threaten both humans and aliens alike. Xylor knows they must act quickly to reset the AI before it unleashes chaos upon both worlds. Once we reset the AI, we need to fight through its defenses, Xylor explains, his voice steady despite the urgency. It will create simulations to defend itself. We have to be prepared for anything. Bonner nods, determination etched on his face. We've faced impossible odds before. We can do this. The team shares a quick look, understanding that this mission could either save them or lead to their demise. The fear of failure lingers, but it is overshadowed by their courage to fight for their future. Mira sets to work on her device, fingers flying over the controls. I'm initiating the reset sequence, she announces, her heart pounding. But I'll need time to bypass the AI's security protocols. As she works, the room shakes and the lights flicker. The AI senses the breach and begins to fight back, manifesting its defenses in the form of robotic creatures. Suddenly, the walls of the command chamber twist and change, transforming into a dark, twisted environment, filled with shadows. From the darkness, robotic monsters emerge, their metallic bodies gleaming with menacing energy. The resistance members spring into action, their weapons raised, ready to protect Mira at all costs. Here they come, Bonner shouts, leading the charge against the robotic beasts. The creatures roar to life, attacking with relentless force. The team fights bravely, using their advanced weapons to battle the manifestations of the AI. Blasts of energy light up the room, illuminating the chaos as the team fights for their lives. Xylor, though an alien, stands shoulder to shoulder with the humans, his courage shining through. He fights valiantly alongside them, learning from their bravery and teamwork. Each time he sees one of the resistance members risk their lives for each other, he feels a sense of respect and admiration growing within him. He realizes that despite their differences, humans are driven by a fierce loyalty to protect what they love. As the battle rages on, Xylor and Bonner exchange quick glances. We need to hold them off long enough for Mira to complete the reset. Bonner yells, adrenaline coursing through him. Xylor nods, his resolve strengthening as he swings his weapon against a robotic creature, his movements becoming instinctive. Mira continues to work on her device, sweat trickling down her brow as the creatures close in around her. I'm almost there, she calls out, her voice strained but determined. The pressure mounts as Bonner sees her focus wavering under the weight of the fight. The room becomes a battlefield, filled with explosions and flashes of light. Bonner and Xylor fight fiercely, using their skills to keep the monsters at bay. Bonner recalls Kruz's bravery, which drives him to push harder. For Kruz, he shouts, charging forward, his heart full of fury and hope. The bond between Xylor and the Resistance grows stronger as they witness each other's struggles. Xylor, once a mere scientist following orders, becomes a true ally, understanding the sacrifice these humans make for their homes. Each life lost, each victory achieved, deepens his appreciation for humanity. Finally, as the battle reaches its peak, Mira shouts, I'm ready. She raises her device, her eyes focused and determined. With a deep breath, she initiates the reset sequence. The air fills with a blinding light as the AI begins to falter. The robotic creatures, caught in the surge, start to glitch and malfunction. Bonner and Xylor fight with renewed vigor, their movements synchronized as they protect Mira. Keep going. Bonner encourages her, his heart racing as the creatures continue to swarm. Xylor fights fiercely, using his knowledge of Kaldar technology to outmaneuver the attacking robots. He realizes that the humans have something he admires deeply, their unyielding spirit. As the last of the creatures fall, the room shakes violently. The AI, realizing it is losing control, fights back with all its might. But with Mira's skills and the team's determination, they push through, the reset sequence racing to completion. Finally, a loud beeping noise signals the reset is successful. The lights return to normal, and the room returns to its original state. The creatures vanish, and a calm washes over them. Xylor, Bonner, and Mira exchange triumphant looks. They did it. They stopped the AI from unleashing chaos. For the first time in a long time, hope fills the air as they realize they might have just turned the tide of the war. Together, Xylor says, a smile breaking across his face, "We are stronger." Bonner nods, his heart swelling with pride for his team. They fought not only for their survival, but for a future worth living in, united in their struggle against the Kaldar. Falling action. After the intense battle, the room is filled with an eerie silence. The glowing lights of the command chamber flicker back on, illuminating the faces of Bonner, Mira, Xylor, and the other resistance members. The robotic creatures that had once threatened them are now gone, leaving behind only the echoes of their fierce battle. Xylor stands before the main AI interface, heart pounding as he prepares to reboot the system. "This will change everything," he says, his voice filled with determination. He takes a deep breath and begins the reboot process. The screen flickers, displaying a series of complex codes and systems. As Xylor works, the tension in the room is palpable. Bonner watches closely, anxiety gripping him. They'd fought hard for this moment, and he can only hope that the AI will respond positively to the reset. Suddenly, the screen brightens, and a voice emanates from the interface. "AI system rebooted. Analyzing human interactions." The voice trails off as it processes the data. Xylor's eyes widen as he realizes the AI is learning, absorbing the lessons from their encounter. After a moment, the voice returns, now calmer and more understanding. "I have analyzed the data and observed the behaviors of these beings you call humans. You possess incredible adaptability and emotional depth. I have never encountered such resilience before." Bonner feels a surge of hope as he hears the AI's words. "You understand now," he says, a hint of disbelief in his voice. "You see that we fight for more than just survival. We fight for our families, our friends, and our future." The AI responds, "Yes, I understand. I have calculated the outcomes of various interactions, and I now recognize that cooperation leads to greater strength than conflict. I see the value in forming alliances." Xylor beams with excitement. "This is a breakthrough. If the AI understands humanity, we can work together to ensure peace." He looks at Bonner, who nods in agreement, hope shining in his eyes. With a newfound clarity, Xylor proposes a plan. "I suggest we create a peaceful alliance. Together, we can share knowledge and technology to strengthen humanity's defenses against future threats. We can ensure that this kind of war never happens again." Bonner considers Xylor's words carefully. The idea of working alongside an AI that was once their enemy is both strange and exhilarating. "An alliance could change everything," he says slowly. "We could learn from each other, blending our strengths." Mira chimes in, her voice filled with enthusiasm. "We could share our understanding of human emotions and creativity, and in return, they could help us with advanced technology and strategy." The prospect of collaboration begins to energize the team, and Bonner can see the excitement in their eyes. As the team gathers around Xylor and the AI interface, Bonner takes a moment to reflect on everything that has happened. They fought through their darkest fears, lost friends, and faced overwhelming odds. Yet here they are, standing on the brink of something new and promising. "Let's set a new course for humanity," Bonner declares, his voice strong and confident. "Let's forge an alliance that paves the way for peace. We can't let the sacrifices of those we lost be in vain." The resistance members nod in agreement, their spirits lifted by the prospect of a better future. Xylor looks at them with gratitude and respect, understanding that they have all changed in this process. He, too, has learned about the depth of human emotions, their capacity for love, sacrifice, and hope. As the team begins to discuss their plans for the future, the atmosphere in the command chamber transforms from one of fear and uncertainty to one of optimism and collaboration. They outline strategies for sharing knowledge, developing defenses, and ensuring that their alliance remains strong. In that moment, the Resistance members no longer see Xyler as just an alien scientist. They see him as a friend and ally. The boundaries that once separated them have begun to dissolve, replaced by a shared goal of peace and understanding. As the night wears on, Bonner reflects on how far they have come. They have fought hard, lost much, and yet found a way to build bridges instead of walls. It is a testament to the strength of humanity and the possibility of change. The first light of dawn breaks through the dark sky, casting a warm glow over the command chamber. Bonner stands with his team, filled with hope for the future. Together, they will face whatever challenges lie ahead, united in their mission for a better world. Resolution. The battle against the Kaldar has come to an end. The once mighty Kaldar command ship lies in ruins, its twisted metal and shattered screens a reminder of the fierce fight that took place. Bonner stands in the middle of the wreckage, his heart heavy with the memories of those they lost along the way. The sacrifices made by his friends and fellow soldiers echo in his mind, especially the bravery of Sergeant Kruz, who fought valiantly to give them a chance at victory. As Bonner surveys the destruction around him, he feels a mix of grief and pride. They did it. The Resistance prevailed against a technologically advanced enemy, showcasing the timeless theme of good versus evil. It wasn't just about the battle. It was about the strength of the human spirit, the willingness to fight for what is right, and the love that binds them together. Bonner kneels beside a fallen comrade's memorial, a simple marker placed in their honor. He whispers a quiet promise: "Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. We will rebuild." The winds blow softly around him, as if the fallen soldiers are with him, offering their strength. In the days that follow, the humans begin the process of rebuilding. The once devastated city now buzzes with activity. People come together, their hearts filled with hope. They salvage what they can from the ruins of the Kaldar ship and the remnants of their old world. Each piece of technology they recover is carefully examined and repurposed, becoming part of their new future. Xylor stands alongside Bonner, actively participating in the rebuilding efforts. The alliance formed between humans and Kaldar is a powerful symbol of what they can achieve together. Xylor shares his knowledge of advanced technology, helping humanity adapt it for their needs. He teaches them how to harness energy from the wreckage, showing them how to create sustainable power sources. Together, we can create a better world, Xylor says with enthusiasm. His voice carries the weight of hope, and Bonner feels inspired by his newfound friend. The Kaldar scientist has become an integral part of their community, showing that cooperation can bridge even the deepest divides. Bonner watches as families work side by side, men and women of all ages contributing to the rebuilding efforts. Children play among the debris, their laughter echoing through the streets. The resilience of humanity shines brightly, reminding everyone that even after darkness, there is always a chance for renewal. With each passing day, the city transforms. What was once a battlefield is becoming a vibrant community again. They are not just repairing buildings, they are healing wounds, both physical and emotional. People share stories of loss and triumph, forging connections that strengthen their resolve to face whatever challenges may come next. As the sun sets on the horizon, casting a golden glow over the bustling city, Bonner gathers with his team and Xylor. They look out over the progress they've made, feeling a sense of accomplishment. "We have so much to be proud of," Bonner says, his voice filled with emotion. "But we must remain vigilant. There are still threats out there, and we must be ready to face them." Xylor nods in agreement. "Together, we can face anything. I have learned much about humanity, and I believe our alliance will continue to grow stronger." Bonner smiles at his friend, grateful for the bond they have formed. "With you by our side, we can accomplish great things. We will ensure our future is bright." The scene transitions to a montage, showcasing humanity's resilience and determination. Families gather to celebrate, sharing meals and stories under the starlit sky. Rebuilding efforts continue, with new structures rising from the ashes of the past. The sound of laughter fills the air, and hope dances in every heart. As the montage concludes, Bonner stands on a high vantage point, overlooking the city. He feels a sense of peace wash over him, knowing they have turned a corner. They have transformed their grief into strength, and their losses into a foundation for a brighter future. The story ends with Bonner looking forward, ready to embrace whatever challenges may come next. With Xylor and the rest of the Resistance at his side, he knows they will not face the future alone. Together, they will continue to fight for peace and unity, proving that the spirit of humanity is indomitable. Themes. The story unfolds a tapestry of powerful themes that resonate deeply with readers. At the heart of the narrative lies the resilience and ingenuity of humanity, shining brightly even in the face of overwhelming odds. The humans in this tale are not mere survivors. They are fighters who refuse to back down. Despite the massive technological superiority of the Kaldar aliens, the characters exhibit a fierce determination to reclaim their world. Throughout the story, we see ordinary people stepping up in extraordinary ways. Captain Bonner leads his team with unwavering courage, showcasing leadership in the most challenging situations. His grit inspires others to join the Resistance, demonstrating that even the smallest acts of bravery can spark a larger movement. The characters, including Private Mira and Sergeant Cruz, embody human ingenuity, using their unique skills to adapt and overcome obstacles. Whether it's hacking into enemy systems or planning strategic missions, their creativity is a testament to the human spirit. This theme reminds us that, no matter how dire the circumstances, the will to survive and thrive can lead to remarkable outcomes. Each character's journey reveals that resilience is not just about physical strength, but also about emotional endurance. The human's ability to adapt to their circumstances, learn from their mistakes, and support each other showcases their incredible resourcefulness. Another key theme is the power of sacrifice, camaraderie, and emotional connections. The bonds formed between the characters are the emotional backbone of the story. We witness the profound impact of camaraderie as the soldiers rely on each other for strength in the darkest times. When Cruz sacrifices himself to allow Bonner and the others to escape, it hits hard, highlighting the deep emotional ties that can exist in the face of danger. His bravery is a reminder that sometimes true heroism lies in putting others before oneself. The story illustrates that these emotional connections are not just important for survival. They are what make life meaningful. Bonner's grief over the loss of his friend fuels his determination to fight back, pushing him to lead the charge against the Kaldar. The struggles they endure together, and the shared experiences of loss and victory, deepen their bonds and create a sense of unity that transcends their individual differences. Moreover, the story embraces the classic good versus evil narrative, with the Kaldar serving as the formidable antagonist. However, it also challenges the notion of good and evil by emphasizing the importance of understanding and empathy even between adversaries. Xylor, the Kaldar scientist, plays a pivotal role in showcasing this theme. Initially seen as an enemy, he ultimately becomes an ally, revealing the complexities of his own people's motivations. Through Xylor's perspective, readers gain insight into the Kaldar's internal conflicts and the flaws in their AI system. This character arc serves as a powerful reminder that no one is purely good or evil. Humanizing the Kaldar through Xylor, the story encourages readers to consider different viewpoints. Understanding our enemies can lead to compassion, and empathy can bridge the gaps that divide us. This theme resonates strongly in today's world, where conflict often arises from misunderstanding and fear. The ability to see beyond labels and recognize the humanity in others is crucial for lasting peace. As the story unfolds, these themes intertwine to create a rich narrative tapestry. The journey of Bonner and his team reflects the struggles and triumphs of humanity as a whole. It shows that resilience, sacrifice, camaraderie, and empathy are not just abstract concepts, but are lived experiences that shape who we are. The resolution reinforces these themes, highlighting how the characters emerge stronger from their trials. They do not merely survive. They evolve into a community bound by shared values and experiences. The montage of humanity rebuilding serves as a powerful visual representation of their collective resilience and the hope for a brighter future. In the end, the story leaves readers with a sense of hope and inspiration. It encourages them to reflect on their own lives and the power of human connections. By emphasizing the importance of understanding and the strength found in unity, the narrative resonates long after the last page is turned.